So, with everyone's childhood apparently coming back to life, I thought I would join in the fun, talk about everyone's childhood favorite, Beyblade.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Let's fight in an epic battle. Face off and spin the metal. No time for doubt.
Everyone, because this show's been on since the 90s, it's still going on. Man, not gonna lie, Beyblade hit my neighborhood like crack hit some of these neighborhoods in the 80s. We didn't care where we were, people were just Beyblading on the kitchen counter, on a sidewalk. Man, people used to shoot Blade like they were dice back in the bathroom. But see, I'm a gentleman, so I gotta make sure when I'm in the bathroom not to bother the school doc in her line of work. What can I say? The 2008 recession hit pretty hard. You understand, me and my friends grew up with immigrant parents, which probably should have been home more than they really were, but life goes on. So we were out here just blading in the streets, riding bikes, blading. Man, I grew up in rural Georgia, so it was either blading or either milk on a cow, okay? I remember when the neighborhood went bonkers when we got a Target. I was just lucky enough to get some of the Asian knockoffs of the Beyblade that some of my friends got. Trust me, I got enough of it when Bakugan came out. I'm pretty sure there's no great attribute. With that backstory out of the way, there is no character that I feel deserves a video than the GOAT, Black Air Force Energy himself, Ryuga. Insert last name here because I don't think we'll ever give him the last name. My guy Ryuga, like what can I say about him? First off, this man must have learned instant transmission from Goku. Cause I'm not gonna lie, this man just be popping up in people's places like he owns Uber or something. I mean, I can understand all the property damage El Drago be causing and probably ain't cheap, probably needs to get a job somewhere. Like no matter where in the world, he could pop up in Europe and be in America 15 minutes early. And we know he ain't on no plane. He literally breaks into Jillian's mansion, and I repeat, mansion in Europe, breaks through security, tells him to keep that trash left spinning Beyblade to himself, calls him disgrace, and then literally just rolls up to America to take place in a U.S. battle and literally threaten a man on live TV in front of everyone.
All over. This is pathetic. Huh? It can't be! Ryuga? Huh?
Like, Ryuga's that side character you wish was the main character. You can even see in his Beyblade himself. His Beyblade was supposed to be this dark dragon that was supposed to be the bringer of destruction, while also possessing anyone that's using it.
And the other was passed down among powerful people who burned with ambition, making its way through the world's greed and eventually becoming...
So Jinga beats it in Season 1 and literally loses his Beyblade in the process. But the same thing was supposed to happen to Ryuga also, but Ryuga says F that and somehow prevents his Beyblade El Dragon from disappearing. But not only does he prevent that, he literally reverses the relationship in it and makes it arguably better version of the Beyblade while making the Beyblade subservient to him. Like, I haven't seen a bigger Uno reverse card since Aaron did on Zeke with Ymir. Let's not forget, this is the same Beyblade that no one throughout history was able to control. And not only that, he was so good of it that he spent all of Season 2 not even shooting it. I'm not kidding. He would go into battles and just spin the Beyblade, like, with his hands. That's just how little he thought of everyone. I'm like, my man, at least get your launcher out. No, this man just be like, nah, let me just spin it. I'm not gonna lie, he did so much, some of my friends tried it in real life. I'm not gonna lie, they might have caught some wins. I'm just saying. Like, this man is such a crazy guy. We see people here exaggerate how Beyblades are literally walking bombs, but this man literally destroyed an entire city by himself just by shooting it into the air. I see why he doesn't use his launcher all the time. He's gonna save the Beyblade for the real moments. Also, if you notice at the title, I compared him to Vegeta. First off, let's look at the comparisons, because first off, Ryuga is the Vegeta, not Kyoya. Man always trying to fight Jinga like he stole his girl. I guess literally breaking every bone in your body was enough, Kyoya. First off, now let's look at these comparisons for Ryuga and Vegeta, while Kyoya still searches around the world trying to find out where he can battle Jinga. First off, you have the fact that Vegeta, like Ryuga, both start as villains for the main characters, being Goku and Jinga respectively. It runs for an entire arc. There's also this build-up for the whole arc for both Ryuga and Vegeta throughout the season. Vegeta, we hear about the menace during the fight with Radix, these Super Saiyan elite warriors, led by the short king Vegeta, of course. We then, for the rest of the arc, are shown scenes of Vegeta and Nappa literally wiping out planets just to build up how much weapons of mass destruction they are. And not gonna lie, sometimes they just blow up planets just because they wanted food. because they were hungry. Like, they don't got Space McDonald's somewhere, my guy? No Quick Trip? No Lightyear Trip? I'm just saying. Beyblade does a similar thing with Ryuga, in which we spend the whole season building up the whole final fight with Ryuga with Jenga. With Jenga literally going on these training arcs to beat him. With Ryuga literally spending the season talking about the ass whooping he's about to give Jenga. I'm just saying, like, why wait, Ryuga? I'm sure fried packets that taste good in episode 20 as much as it tastes in episode 50. You have Jenga find some of Ryuga's cronies while Ryuga literally doing the tournament was catching bodies with his friends. And I'm not talking about in a pimp type of way. I'm talking literally first degree murder type of bodies. Giving Jenga more reason to beat this man. Next is the fact that when they both fight each other, it isn't a one-on-one fight. Goku was very outclassed in his fight with Vegeta. Vegeta sent the henchman first, and then killed him because he lost. That's how little he thought about Goku. Like, even with Goku's Kaioken boost, a little boost from a god, like a god gave him this boost and it wasn't enough. He was still getting his butt kicked. At this point, end the fight and say Goku wins, because he's the main character. He would actually need help with his fight with Vegeta, such as someone cutting off Vegeta's tail when he goes full monkey mode, or when he actually needs the help of Krillin to kill Vegeta.
You think you could just slither out of here after what you've done? Well...
Which, not gonna lie, Krillin, what was this doing to self-fight? Man literally sold his friends and the world just because he fell in love with a kiss on the cheek. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the forefather of the simp. If you look in the season 1 finale of Metal Fusion, Jenga's losing the fight pretty badly. And let's not forget, we are told all season, Jenga has the Beyblade that can defeat Ryuga. His Beyblade's the only one in the world that has a chance, and he's getting his ass whooped pretty bad. Ryuga's about to go for the finishing touch, and guess what? His dead friends literally have to form a shield to protect him. My guy Ryuga is such a monster that not only is plot armor not enough to beat him, they had to resort to jumping this man with Jenga's friends.
Protect our future!
We're counting on you, Jenga.
Like, I haven't seen this many people ready to jump a person since Madara in the Naruto Ninja War. At this point, they should have just made Ryuga the main character. Then you have the whole sacrifice part of the storylines for both characters of Ryuga and Vegeta. You had the whole Vegeta realizing there's nothing he could do against the Majin Buu fight, so he decided to turn himself into a bomb, finally acknowledging his rival like a tsundere, and giving his time friends to escape. Then you have the equivalent Beyblade with Ryuga. This man said after 12v1, that was the storyline in Season 3. I'm Ryuga, I don't need your help. Just think about that. He said I'm going to take on a literal god of destruction by myself, when literally the weapon that he needed to defeat that god, he only had 1/12 of that. He literally took a 12 chapter final exam and said it's fine. I know the first chapter pretty well. He would of course die, and just like Ryuga, trust the future to his friends. But in this case, he would of course die, and just like Vegeta, trust the future to his friends. But in Ryuga's case, he gave his powers to Kenta.
Ryuga, you're okay!
That one time, it was only for a brief shining moment, I became serious. I promised. Take it!
But we're gonna gloss over the part where Ryuga literally came back from the dead to play Mr. Part Armor himself, since you needed 12 bladers. After all, he is the story. But we're just gonna gloss over the fact this man came back from the dead. My guy Ryuga, what can I say? There's just so much to talk about. Going back to Season 3, when all the Blades got their evolutions due to Star Fragment, the team then goes on a journey, Jenga's team, to find the rest of the Bladers due to prophecy. We then meet Ryuga, who's literally trained on top of a volcano, just because he can. We don't need the backstory, he's just that guy. But not gonna lie, this is the same show with guys trained in tornadoes. If your dumbass doesn't just go join a LA Fitness and go on a treadmill. Ryuga at this point has pretty much also figured out how to use his Blade, while Jenga with Part Armor can't even figure out how to use the special move of his Blade. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'll be watching the show and it feels like this director was trying to make Ryuga the main character. How you gonna have Ryuga, the side character, master his Blade, in the first 3 episodes, it took Jingle all of season 3 just to master his? Not even that. Like, if you even go back to season 2, Ryuga will be kicking Jinga's ass and literally has to explain to him how to use his own Blade, when Ryuga himself got a new Blade in season 2.
It seems you have not yet mastered its power. Now have you?
That's it! That's what he meant! I get it now! I finally understand what Ryuga was trying to say to me!
How you gonna teach someone how to make their own family recipe? That's crazy, when you're not even part of the family. Sometimes I just be watching this show and I feel like they wanted to make Ryuga the main character. How you gonna give Vegeta a bigger win rate than Goku? Ryuga's the only character that didn't lose in season 2. Think about that. Like, people say Jinga's a nice guy, but I mean, you can kind of say the same thing about Ryuga. Just look at season 2. Man went out of his way to take everyone's special moves so they can feel good about themselves. He was nice enough to delay the ass whooping. In the finals, in the US finals, Lily just finished putting holes in someone. He was like, hey man, no one's gonna remember you after this fight. So get your 5 minutes, and then become dragon food for my Blade. Good deal, okay? You'll get an honorable mention for this season. Such a nice guy.
And tries to run away!
No one's running away!
Say what?
Whoa, what was that? El Drago just stayed in the same place and took all of those attacks one after another!
He even pulls a Piccolo in season 3 and helps Kenta become a better blader. Such a nice guy. I'm just saying. Man, Jinga let this Kenta be asked for 2.5 seasons. 4 years of my life. A whole presidential term. I had to watch Kenta be asked. But not Ryuga. Ryuga didn't stand for that. Literally in a few episodes, he made Kenta legendary blader. Think about that. Jinga had 2.5 years to make this man decent. Think about that. Jinga had 2.5 seasons to make this man different. Ryuga made him a legendary blader in like a couple episodes. I'm just saying. I know this is a little bit different than my videos I normally do, but I've seen all these Blade videos lately, so I think I should take part and talk about one of my favorite characters from the show. I was too young to remember the OG show. I'm not lying. I'm not effing with the look at me, I'm the new captain every season Blade burst. So that's the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like. And shout out for the first side character that had more plot armor than the main character. Bye.
Spread out for play now.